Hey guys, what's up? It's Tealbby Sims here, and I'm coming to you with a new video about what I believe are 5 things that Pixelberry Studios could do to revive Choices. Now, Choices has been around for a while. As I've said before on my previous videos, back in like 2016, Choices had the best content. They had really good books, really good plot lines, really lovable characters, and I mean, it was just amazing. The graphics were pretty good, even in 2016, and the visual art was pretty good in 2016 as well. They just built on it, and they made it better. But the problem as of late is that the writing just has not been good at all. It hasn't even been subpar, to be honest. So I believe that there are at least 5 things that Pixelberry Studios should start doing immediately if they want to revive this app and get the anticipation for new releases back. Now when Pixelberry Studios talks about new releases and, oh yeah, we have some exciting new stuff that we want to show you guys, and stay tuned for like a newsletter that we're releasing and all this kind of stuff. People are like, oh, okay, yeah, well, I'm sure it won't be that good, or I'm sure it'll be what it is, it'll be fine, and I'm pretty sure Pixelberry Studios does not want people to react that way. They want people to be excited like how they used to be when they were released things like Most Wanted and Hero and Endless Summer and Bloodbound and The Elementalist, which I have no idea why there is not a book 3 and 4. It's literally about college, like magical college or whatever. Like, you could have easily had 4 books, just like The Freshman. Done, period. But like I said, I don't know if they fired all the good writers, and this is not an insult to anybody who's working at PB at the moment. It's just like, wow, the writing, it's gotten bad. It's really sloppy. It's not great. I mean, it's just not. And I think where my frustration really comes in with Pixelberry Studios is that people have been voicing these concerns as soon as they started to show that their writing was going downhill. And so that would be about 3 years now. So it's like, for you to keep saying, hey, we see you, we hear you when we see you. Okay, but do you though? Because we've been talking to you about this for quite some time. And, for you to say, look, we're listening, we got you, it's happening, these changes are happening. I don't want to hear that anymore. I don't want to hear that no more. No more, okay? I don't want to hear about how you're doing it, what's gonna happen, do it already. Do it already. Give the players what they want. We have made it known what we're willing to accept and what we're not willing to accept from Pixelberry Studios. And let me just say, I'm gonna do a whole separate video on VIP, because I am a VIP member for the Choices app, and so I do have some pros and cons, and I'll give my opinion in another video, because I want to make this one strictly about my discontent with Pixelberry Studios and the Choices app, and just what I think that they can do to make the app better. So anyway, this was, I'll insert this screenshot right here. This was about a few hours ago now. Choices just tweeted something. They said, hello, Choices community. Make sure to sign up for our Choices Insiders email before February 3rd. We're working on answering your questions regarding this year's book schedule and have some juicy sneak peeks lined up that you don't want to miss, which is great. But like I said, when you say things like, yeah, we're working on answering your questions regarding this year's book schedule, and we have some really juicy sneak peeks lined up for you. Okay, right. But is it about what we talked about? Is it about what the community actually voiced? Because, I feel like Pixelberry owes it to their players to listen to what they have to say. We made this app what it is, and the community is not what it is anymore. I mean, it used to be popping. Every week it would be trending on Tumblr, and it's just amazing. It was really amazing. It was a great time. It was a great era, but that time is gone now because Pixelberry Studios has gone downhill, and somebody needs to tell them what what to do, clearly, because I'm trying not to sound rude. I'm trying not to sound rude and judgmental and just like, oh, you guys are crap writers. But I mean, this is not good. This is not good quality content. And if it wasn't for the fact that I know Choices can do better, I would have abandoned the app a long time ago. Like some of these books, and I will do a separate video on that at another time, but some of these books should have just stayed in the drafts. I'm being completely honest here. I know that sounds brutal, but some of these books should never have seen the light of day. And like I said, the Choices community has voiced their discontent several times over the course of at least, and this is at minimum 3 years, you know. As I said before, you don't believe me? You don't think their writing has gone downhill? I'm asking you, go ahead and read Bloodbound or Endless Summer, and then read this smut and filth that they have out nowadays, like Surrender. And I already did a video on that, and why I just probably will never read it, as I said before, unless y'all do some serious convincing on me. But anyway, let's get into what this video is really about. So yeah, 5 things Pixelberry Studios should do to revive Choices. New avatars. Now, this has been said before, I'm sure, but as of 2022, we are still recycling avatars, and you know, I'm sure that there's a lot that goes into it, that, you know, Choices players don't know about. You know, the money, the animation, the just everything, you know. And I'm saying just how much it costs to, you know, create new avatars and making it work with the current you know, whatever system it is that they have now, and all these different things that they're gonna have to implement in order to do, you know, new stuff or whatever. But I mean, I can't imagine that it's that hard. You know, they've released new avatars before. I just need you guys to do that again. You know, I need that to happen again, because we're looking at the same avatars, and it's really, it's kind of old, you know. I mean, I had expected them to release some new avatars a while ago, and they just have not done it yet. So, you know, it's about time. Number 2, customization. Okay, so what I dislike about the customization part of the Choices app as of right now is the fact that you can't really customize your avatar. You can choose, like, you know, what body type you want them to have if the book isn't gender locked, right? So you can choose male or female body types, and then you can choose what their race or ethnicity is, which is great. We love that kind of diversity. You can choose what their hair looks like. That's great as well. I would like for Pixelberry Studios to make some better black hairstyles, but, you know, that's a separate issue. Well, it's really not. So yeah, I mean, I would like to see them make more curly hairstyles, more braided hairstyles, more hairstyles with locks, things like that. And I have seen what they have done, but there's always room to improve. You know, black hair is extremely versatile, and we deserve more options. So I would love to see it. But let's go back to what I was saying before. There's a lack of customization here. You can't customize the eye shape, the eye color, the lips, the nose. You can't really customize any of that. Like I said before, I have played some other visual novel apps where you actually can do that. Let's see, which one am I talking about? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh my God, what is it called? It's called it's not Chapters, it's not Romance Club, because you can't really do that in either one of those, I don't think. But shoot, it'll come to me, you guys. But anyway, let's get back on topic. It's just that kind of lack of customization kind of gets on my nerves, because I wish that we could do that. Because, you know, if me and another player use the same avatar, which is fine, that's not a problem at all. I love watching other Choices players walk through. I love seeing it. Sometimes I'll just, even after I've already played an episode, I'll just go and watch other people's stuff and be like, oh my God, you chose that route. I didn't choose that route. But anyway, it's not a problem. I just think that everybody would like to see more of a personal spin on their main characters and their avatars. You know, everyone would like to go, well, you know, my avatar looks like this on the base, but they have green eyes. Or my avatar looks like this on the base, but they have, you know, fuller lips, or, you know, a slimmer nose or a wider nose, whatever it is. You know, you want to put your own whatever it is to it, not just a base of an avatar, and then like all you get to do is choose the different hairstyles or whatever. So I mean, that's just my personal opinion on it. I think that we could do a bit more with the whole customization portion of that. All right, number 3, less gender locked stories and main characters. As plenty of Choices players have said, and there's one tweet in particular that I'm thinking of. If I can find it, I will insert it here. If it doesn't need to be gender locked, and like it being gender locked is not like contingent on the storyline, you know what I'm saying? If it's not a necessity, don't do it. Period. There you go. It's that simple. I mean, this is just really simple. If you do not need to have it gender locked, Pixelberry Studios, and I can go ahead and give an example right now. Surrender did not need to be gender locked. It did not need to be. I don't like the whole plot anyway, but I'm saying like it didn't need to be a female main character. Is the point I'm trying to make. I don't see how that was central to the plot. Anybody could get cheated on by their husband with a dominatrix. So, I mean, why does it have to be specifically a woman? So, anyway, that was just... Okay, moving on. Number 4, less smut and filth and more in-depth stories with a well thought out and consistent plot that doesn't revolve around... You know? So, I mean, I've already said this before. We want less smut. We want less filth to be the central plot of the story. Everybody loves a nice love story, a nice romantic story every now and again, which is fine. There's no problem with that. But, like, give us more, like, especially if you're going to make it gender locked, please give us more powerful female main characters. You know, like with Surrender, she's just so mousy and just, I'm not going to go into that. I already made a video on that. But I'm just saying, like, you know, give us more strong main characters and, you know, stories that have, like actual depth to them. You know what I mean? Like, okay, Crimes of Passion, and I'm sure I've said this a million times before, you have a badass main character. She, you know, she's dealing with her own stuff right now because she decided to do the right thing within her previous occupation, and, you know, her work colleagues turned on her, and she's basically an outcast. But she did what she had to do, and she stands by her decision. You know what I'm saying? This is a person with a backbone. And is Crimes of Passion gender locked? I don't know if it is. I can't remember. I think no, it's not gender locked, which is amazing, which is great. This is what I'm talking about. When it's not central to the plot to make it gender locked, like, come on, give people options. But just, yeah, give us more storylines that do not revolve around, you know, give us something good. Give us something that we want to read that makes sense. Not some crappy story that starts with meeting a divorce attorney, and then by the end of your first meeting, he's sending you pictures of riding crops and crazy. Just like, come on, make it make sense, you know? It's been a while since Pixelberry Studios has done that. And so that is why I'm like clinging to these 2 books for dear life. Wake the Dead and Crimes of Passion, because Pixelberry Studios has not released good quality content like this for quite some time. And as an example, they're currently putting out books that don't have any depth or character. It's just one thing that they want to push on all Choices users, and I just don't think that that's fair. Especially, and as I said, I am going to do a separate video on VIP, but especially when you are paying for VIP and they keep releasing these crappy books. Like, I'm going to be honest, Pixelberry Studios Choices, y'all don't have that kind of leeway. Y'all don't have that to where, oh, we'll just put out whatever we want. They'll still be there. I know your engagement has gone down within the past God knows how many years, within the past 3 to 4 years, your engagement has gone down. There's no way to sugarcoat that, because people are tired of this crap. So yeah, I mean, give us less smutty, filthy books that only revolve around one specific thing. Give us good characters, storylines, all of that. Bring it back, because I know you can, Pixelberry Studios. So, stop playing games. All right, and last but not least, number 5, listen to the users. Now, I've said this already throughout the video, but I want to give this its own little segment. Listen to the users. Okay, we made this app in the community what it is, so Pixelberry Studios should listen to us more, and not just this singular group of Choices players who's like, oh, we really like the steamy books and all the sappy romance and all that. Like, that's wonderful if there are Choices players who gravitate towards that kind of content, but to forego any sort of integrity with the writing and just only push out smut and filth. I mean, I don't want to say it like this, but it feels like Pixelberry Studios is putting profits before players. Like, they are jeopardizing the community just so that they can make more money off of what they feel sells, and they feel sex sells. So they're like, let's put out a whole bunch of steamy books and sultry books, and it's like, okay, yeah, you may have a demographic who appreciates this content, and like I said, I'm not opposed to the smut and filthy books. It's just, let's not make this in every release. Okay, let's talk about it. First of all, Big Sky Country, which I believe that's what it's called. I didn't like that book. Sawyer was an unattractive main character, or not a main character, unattractive love interest. It just, there were so many things I didn't like about that book, and maybe I'll talk about that on another video, but they have another book that's similar to it, called Untamable, that's set to come out, I believe, in next month, actually, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, I'll go ahead and correct myself at some point and insert a screenshot, but I'm pretty sure it's set to come out next month. I am extremely skeptical, because it looks like one of those sultry cowboy books. I mean, it looks like Big Sky Country on steroids, and I didn't like Big Sky Country, so it makes me feel like I'm wasting my time and my money on Pixelberry Studios Choices. And when you have people who have put so much into this app, given you feedback, told you what they like, told you what they dislike, and you're dragging your feet because you want to make a profit off of smut and filth, because you feel like, oh, this is our target demographic now. It's not. You have OG Choices players who were here from 2016, not people who jumped on to Choices when they saw this sexy book that came out and they're like, oh, let me read that. No, you have some people who have been here from the beginning, when y'all actually used to put out good quality content, and we want to see that again. We would like to see it again. So, as I said, number 5, listen to the users. Listen to the Choices app users, because, I mean, without us, this app is, not only has it gone downhill, it's going downhill. The community is nowhere near what it used to be back in the day. And I know that Pixelberry Studios can do better. So do better, Pixelberry Studios. Just do better. Gosh. Okay. Well, that's the end of my rant. Thank y'all so much for watching.